Hey, I'm Murv Douglas, and I'd like to think I know a thing or two about music, and I definitely have more than a few opinions on the subject.
Here is a list of top 10 do's and don'ts if you're in a band beyond just being a good musician, separated into top 5 don'ts and top 5 do's. I'll give you a don't followed by a do and so on.
This one might be a bit hard to swallow.
Don't wear all black on stage, in a photo or in a music video. Black is the color of shadows. Shadows are not seen or focused on. Black is the color a mechanic or a janitor wears. Black is the color a roadie, tech, or stagehand wears. And the reason a stagehand wears all black is so that when they run on stage to fix the position of a kick drum mic, they personally will not be seen. You as a musician on stage are there to be seen. People are paying to see you. If you're going to go monochrome, why not wear all pink? All yellow, all white, anything but all black, the most difficult color to see. I could make a top 10 video on why not to wear all black ever. I might just actually do that, actually. Black is the most common color chosen by every other band when they don't want to put any effort into creating an image. Common equals normal, normal equals not special. So, what do you do? Well, I would say do wear a cool shirt, necklace, scarf, jacket, anything that says, I'm not just someone off the street. You paid to see me, so here I am. Your image is above the waist, and if you are playing an instrument like a guitar, bass, keys, or drums, that instrument covers you up partially and your image is now above the chest. This is not to say that it's okay to live on Captain Crunch and soda pop and gain a bunch of weight because your instrument covers you up. Quite the opposite is true. This just means that if you want to have a strong image, what you wear must be even that much more stunning and impressive if you are to leave a mark visually on your audience. This brings me to my next point. Don't neglect your image. Image is important. Maybe more important than sound, as light travels faster than sound, and most people will see you and judge you the way you look far before they ever listen to the sounds you're making. Well, there is a common saying that people listen with their eyes. This is extremely painfully true with A-list artists who tour the world and get millions poured into their marketing and advertising. Even more painfully true for B-level to mid-level bands who do smaller tours around the world, and devastatingly true for you, the indie to lower level to beginner artist who is just starting out and trying to get your band's first gig at the local club down the street. People who do not know you, those who are potentially your fans, can be immediately turned off by you if you are not in good physical condition, not wearing an outfit that looks right, or not dressed as a band of people who seem like they are in it together on stage like a team. So what do you do? Do get out there and do it anyway. Don't wait for your band to be perfect. Go out and play a show and release a song. Make a video and take lots of pictures. Fail over and over again if you have to. But get to the point where you learn what is right for you. Master Yoda was once quoted as saying, "Failure is the best teacher." Actually, he said, "The best teacher failure is..." whatever. Either way, you have to be brave. Do not be afraid to fail. Get out there and do it. You can see and hear more about what your band is doing right from a single cheap potato phone video of your live show or photo shoot than you will ever learn from a year in rehearsal, so go out and play live already. This brings me to my next point.
Time to get slightly more philosophical.
Don't write songs about what you think is cool. When the almighty Ice Cube was asked in an interview, "So what is the next big thing in music?" Ice Cube responded, "Well, that's kind of hard to say," which seemed kind of like a cop-out at the moment. But then he continued to say, "It's not what you think is cool that works, and it's never what you think people think is cool that makes a great song. It's ultimately what you really feel right now in this moment that puts you in touch with what works as a song." Wise words from a wise man. So what do you do?
This one might seem embarrassing.
Do write songs about what you feel right here and right now, especially when it embarrasses you. Many artists write songs and perform in a way that makes them feel comfortable. Unfortunately, if songwriting and performing were that comfortable and easy, anyone would be able to do it with ease. We would have a world full of Beethovens and Mozarts and Kurt Cobains and Nicki Minaj's. Yeah, imagine that for a second, those four in the same room together. If a subject matter of a song makes you feel uncomfortable or embarrassed, go with it. Heaven forbid you actually feel something while trying to create fine art, even if that's embarrassment. You see, when you write a song in a way that you are comfortable with and you get it all nailed down and perfect, and you may just be nailing down in perfection the personality right out of the masterpiece you're trying to create, making your song dull and average. This is especially a problem with very good musicians who are trained to hear flaws and know how to correct imperfections. However, when you find something in your song slightly embarrassing, you will find this song resonates more with your audience. This is mostly true because in allowing the subject matter you are not comfortable with into a song, you are revealing something personal about yourself in the song. Instead of sounding confined and stale, the song sounds free and alive. This brings me to my next point. Don't worry if you look weird in a picture. Most of your potential fans just want to see you. For most people, and you see this a lot in actors' headshots, they put out the quote-unquote perfect picture of themselves, and it ends up looking nothing like them or completely misrepresents them in some way. This is a top complaint from casting agents, and the same is true for musicians. You should allow a picture to look as it was taken, and don't put too much pressure on getting it absolutely perfect. Doing this adds enormous pressure, especially in band group shots where everyone else looks great, but you are completely gumming up the works because you are not happy with how you look, you selfish piece of shit. Just let it go. If you are in a band worth anything at all, there will be plenty more photo shoots and time for you to master the convoluted art of posing. So what do? Do always credit the photographer. The idea for this point came on my Facebook from Ronnie Morris. You see what I did there? I gave credit where credit is due. So many photos get reposted on various social media platforms all the time, and the photographers do not get so much as a tag. Obviously, you may miss a couple of tags once in a while when you're mass downloading millions of glamour shots of yourself, right? Wrong. If you are a starting musician and you see a cool shot of yourself, you know exactly where you got it and you know who to credit. So what I should be saying is don't be lazy. This brings me to my next point. Don't be lazy. Not showing up on time for rehearsal, not pushing to get songs recorded, not pushing to get a photo shoot done, not pushing to get a video done, not pushing to play the next show. These are all traits of a lazy musician. Nothing gets done out of laziness. Everything gets done out of persistence. It is understandable if you are not a pushy person and like to take things slow. But if that is the case, you may just not be band material. So what do? Do listen to advice from your producer. Most of the time, if you're working with a producer, you're working with someone you trust. That producer is sitting on the other side of those speakers and listening to you throw down while you are recording your song. If your producer has worked up the courage, enough courage, to suggest that there may be a better take in you, a different approach to a part, a stronger chorus lyric, a better way to write your song, or anything else, you owe it to yourself to strongly consider their opinion. In a best case scenario for you, you are signed to a record label who has assigned you a producer, who is your boss. This person gets final say on everything, and very well should, as their knowledge and experience far exceeds yours. In any case, they know what they need to hear, performance and song-wise, from you in order to make the music come together and sound like it should on their end. So if they ask you for something you don't normally do, go with it.
This has been a top 10 list of do's and don'ts for bands. I hope some of this stuff seemed relevant to you. Be sure to like and subscribe, and please come back to see whatever kind of video it is I decide to do next. But good luck to you.